That smells bad. Okay. Wait, am I recording? Okay. Hey guys. So yeah, my phone crapped out on me. Well, it didn't crap out on me. I just have like ads popping on my phone. I don't know why. I want to get it fixed. I hope, like in the next month, I'll get it fixed. So that's why I'm making a part 2 of this story. So yeah, we got to the hospital. They put me in a bed. I stayed in that bed. Well, actually, wait. Yeah, I got to the hospital. They put me in the bed. I stayed in there in that one bed for an entire week, not moving, just being force fed. They had to put like an a G tube, I think it was called. NG tube, that's what it was called, yeah. And I had to be force fed for some reason. Then I was taken. Well, actually, I wasn't put on NG tube yet, but I stayed in that bed. They fed me. I was able to watch TV whenever I wanted. It was basically my version of a vacation. Cause like this is during school time, so like, heck, I'm not in school. This is okay. I'm fine with this if it gets me out of school. And so yeah, a week went by. They did surgery on me to like do a biopsy, I think. Yeah, biopsy. And yeah. So they couldn't take out all of my tumor. They still can't. I still have some of the tumor in me. Actually, most of it. So they only took a little bit out because if they attempted to make to try and take the whole thing out, and it even went just a little wrong, like the surgery, if the doctor sneezed, he was right next to my tumor, and he hit my spinal cord, I'm dead. Cause like that's where my tumor was. I am DEAD. So yeah, they took a little bit of my tumor out. They hit a part of my... No, I think it's just a side effect of brain surgery. So, like, I was paralyzed on my entire right side of my body. But guess what? This is my right hand. Hey, I'm able to move it now. I'm holding my phone with my right hand now. So, yeah. And, like, that was my predominant hand. So, that was my dominant hand. So, like, that was... But good thing I was, like, knocked out for, like, a couple weeks. Because, like, that's how long it takes to wake up from brain surgery for some reason. I was, like, in a coma. A medically induced coma, I think it's called. Yeah. So, I was in that for a while. That's when they had me on the NG tube. That's what force-fed me. To keep me alive, you know. But the weird thing is, I could still, like, see everything, even though my eyes were closed. I remember everything they said. Everything my family said, everything the doctor said, I remember all of it. Which was the weird thing. And I remember in the hospital I was at, I think it was called Sunrise Children's Hospital. They had like this Suabway plug, Suabway and the autumn's out. So yeah, they had a Suabway there. I think like every other day, we'd go to get Suabway and get like a cookie or something. And like I wasn't allowed to drink anything while I was in that coma state. So then I got up. And what I mean by that is like I woke up from the coma-like state, and so yeah, I woke up from the coma and I was like, "Oh hey guys, what's up?" They were all right next to me. I think like they knew I was gonna wake up, and yeah. Sorry, I thought I heard my little sis. Not that this is like NSFW or anything. So yeah, they were right next to me. They were like, "Oh, Brayden!" And my grandparents were there. And I was like, "When did you guys get here?" I was in the best place ever, and like they live here in Delaware. I was in Nevada. I was in Vegas, not Mexico, Nevada. So yeah, my grandparents from both sides of the family were there, and I was astounded at that. And like, yeah, so that was awesome for me. And like they brought me Suya Boy from here in Delaware. It was a little, yeah, well, it was a little stale, but I mean, Suya Boy, you gotta eat it. Anyway, so yeah, I stayed in that hospital for about a month, just sitting in that bed for a solitary month. I mean, like I get up from time to time and like walk a bit when I have like pins and needles, you know. Then they allow me to go home for one night, and like the next day I had to go to California. That was fun. It took like 2 days to get there. Well, one day, like an overnight trip. So we stopped at a resting hotel, motel-ish thing. And that was fun. I like that. That was nice. Oh, dang. I need like a stand. Okay, I guess that'll work. Nope. Yeah, that's gonna work. So, yeah. Then we got to CHLA. And I was like, man, this place is a lot bigger. And like, it was a lot bigger. The place had like 7 floors and like at least 500,000 square feet. And I'm like, dang. And I was there for about a month for outpatient, which is like my recovery, like OT, PT, speech therapy. Yeah, so I met a lot of cool people there. I met, wait, that was on, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was fun. We would go downstairs. They had like this little cafe area. We would go down there once a week, every Friday, and I forget what it was, but I loved it there. It was awesome. I never wanted to leave, surprisingly, since it was a hospital. And yeah, it was awesome. And then they said, "You're all good. You're good. You're fine to go home and go to school." So, well, you still have to go to therapy for a bit. You have to stay at home for like a year. You have to do like homeschool for a year. And I was like, so yeah, we went home. I was doing homeschool for a week. Then I went to like my checkup and they said, "You still look like you're a little fatigued, so get another MRI." We got an MRI. We waited a week. The doctors got the results. They called us in. Apparently, so while I was in CHLA, they did another surgery on me cause like I had too much cerebral spinal fluid, I guess, built up in my head, back here ish, and that was causing too much pressure, which was causing the thing in my eye. If you don't know what that is, check out the last video, part 1 of this, and that was apparently over draining. So like it was sucking too much out. So then we had to go back to Sunrise Hospital in Vegas to get surgery to take that out. And like I forget what it was called, but it was like basically a skull in my head. No, a hole in my skull. Yeah, they drilled a hole in my skull to like drain the fluid normally. Cause like that would, if we took the shunt out and just left it the way it was, it would build up again. So we just plugged a hole in there, put a hole in there, and that worked. So I stayed in hospital for another month, unconscious for half that time. Again, I could still hear and see everything, even though my eyes were closed. It's just I could interact with them too. It's just I couldn't like open my eyes, but I could still see. I don't know why. I don't know how, but yeah. Then we went home for about 2 to 5 days. Then we had to go back out to CHLA for my outpatient therapy again. My recovery again. I stayed there for about a month. I met Abby, my speech therapist. I forget my PT's name. I think it was like Catherine. No, that was my like after that. Never mind. Forget that. Forget I ever said that. That's for a different time in this video, hopefully. I forget my PT and OT's name, but they were cool. They were cool. Abby was my favorite though, cause like her favorite color was green. She'd have me like do these stories, and she'd like give me to remember before she started them, and then she'd like tell me a story, and then she'd say like, "Okay, what's my favorite color?" And I'm like, I was always like, purple. No, it's the color of my clipboard. Remember that. It was green, so yeah. One day I finally got it. Oh, not feeling so good right now, but I'm still going to youth group. And yeah. So a month went by. In that month, I met so many awesome people. I remember in PT, I had to go to PP. Yeah, I had to go to PT. Once a day for group and once a day for one-on-one. One-on-one is like the more intense, while group is like the more socializable, I guess you could say. In the group, there was this kid. Well, there were 2 kids. One kid, he was in a car crash. He broke his arm, his face. You know, I'm not gonna say that. But his name was Elijah, I think it was. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, he was a cool guy. I said, like, "Hey, you okay?" He's like, yeah. And there was this other kid, little boy, on his birthday. I'm not gonna say the rest of that, because it'll be sad. But yeah, he got in a car accident. and he had. Never mind. I asked him if he was okay, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But I kept checking in. I don't know why. I'm just like my dad. He always wants to know if I'm okay or not, and I'm always like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Yeah. So yeah. Um. Met a lot of awesome people there that month, and then I was able to go home. Oh, and in that time, I also met one of the coolest teachers I ever had. Surprisingly, his name was Mr. Michael. He was awesome. I heard he's still working there. And recently, I had the chance to go to California, but I wasn't able to because I didn't make the top 2 in my section for BPA. I would have been able to go to Anaheim, California, but and that's close to LA, so yeah. But I wasn't able to go because like apparently my speech wasn't good enough. I work hard.